All right, it turns out the act of telling a bedtime story has a lot more uses than making your children sleepy. It can actually make them better people.
It's true. Dr. Aria Soloway is joining us now to tell us that telling stories can change the way they learn, connect, and create a legacy. Great to have you here with us again.
Thank you so much.
It's such an important topic. You're already a successful novelist, so why did you decide to write children's books this time?
Well, I had written 2 novels, as you know, and my second one, Gracie's Gone, on the cover is, I'll show you, is one of my grandchildren. So my other grandchild, well, we have 12, but one of them said, why can't I be on the cover of a book? I said, the only way to do it is to write a book.
There you go.
And with that one, Aria, it was game on. She said, I'm ready.
Sweet.
And we were sitting in the backyard, and I said, okay, what are we going to write about? Mm-hmm. And we came up with a circus.
How much fun.
Circus.
Yeah.
So who was it that wrote the foreword to the book?
Oh, Les Brown wrote the foreword to the book, one of the greatest motivational speakers. And in the book, we take his message of you got to be hungry to children. Mm-hmm. And the little girl says, well, if they're hungry, we can serve popcorn. And Les Brown's grandson, who I do know, who's in the book, says, no, that's not what hungry means. What hungry means is you got to be willing to do everything, work day and night. And that's the message we're taking to children.
And I know she's 6 years old. I can see a picture of her right here, and she is adorable. But that's when you really want to start reading to them and having them fall in love with the act of reading.
Absolutely. I even heard a child say to me, you know, my parents always want me to read, and they buy me books, etc., but they never read.
Yeah, you have to spark their imagination with you reading, and so they can imagine it at the same time. So, I mean, this is one of the stops. You're going to make this huge trip, and you're going to be doing it in an RV. So tell us about that. Do you like that so far?
Well, this is our 3rd trip.
Okay.
So I love the fact that we can go in the RV and we don't have to, we don't have to plan where we're going to stay. Well, we do have to plan the RV parks. Last night was a disaster getting into the spot. But I love the fact that we plan it ahead of time. I have several speaking engagements to women's groups on empowering women, one key to victory. And we are able to have our home with us as we travel.
Of course.
And that's really
the comfort of your own home, especially when
Absolutely.
you're making a long trip all the way to Florida across the country. It's awesome.
And so let's circle back around to the point about bedtime stories. Why are those so powerful when it comes to raising children?
so many stories, bedtime stories, don't have a moral. Mm-hmm. Now, not Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss says things like you can move a mountain if you just, if you think about it, you can make it happen.
Right.
And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to write a story, and a fun story where there are circus characters who wind up coming. Each week Aria gets another circus character. And like the fire eater starts to burn down her curtains, the juggler tosses her baby sister in the air. And we did this, and, it's fun. But yet, what's the message?
What's the message? What's the underlying meaning of that story?
And the message is that if you believe in yourself, and if you're hungry, you can do anything, even have a circus. And she winds up having her own circus.
It's like manifestation for children.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Manifest your destiny.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes, that's true. And Les Brown and I were talking, because I do know him, and we decided, you know what? It's never too young to motivate children.
I agree with that.
Now is the time, whatever that is.
That's right. And telling bedtime stories, good way to connect with them, good way to inspire them with these messages, especially when a book makes it easy, and especially when it's a well-written book, well-illustrated, etc. So I imagine it's the first of many children's books from Dr. Aria Soloway. Always a pleasure to have you here. Nice to see you.
Thank you so much. Yep, it's the first of many with Aria and the illustrator who's 15.
Inspiration from a 6-year-old. Love
That's it.
that. Thank
And
you.
if you'd like to learn more about Dr. Carol Soloway's published works, visit carolsoloway.com or call 949-812-1110.